Hey, welcome back to the channel. Yep, today's a road trip day. In the 61 Benz. I am going out to Borrego Springs to explore. Yes, in the heat. It's calling for 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's the dry kind of heat, right? It's an early day, weekday, off day. So I'm cruising solo. Looking forward to the trip. I got a couple of stops. I gotta put a splash of gas in it. Probably take on about 9 gallons. I don't fill this thing up. It holds 22 gallons and the trunk is way too heavy. It totally changes the way that this thing drives when it's full. So I only take on whatever I need. The second stop is use up some free points at McDonald's. Get a sandwich for lunch. I have stuff I packed already. The stop after that, I gotta get me a free donut. More points that I gotta spend. Gonna stop at Dunkin' Donuts, use up my rewards, and then we'll hit the highway. So yesterday we were up here at Ramona with the whole family. Did a cruise night. It was an actual route. It went really well. The car performed really well. You can hear them. I do have all my tool bags from the truck in the trunk in case I need a wrench. Last time I did this trip to Borrego Springs, I came back on a tow truck because I dropped the fan belt and I didn't have a spare. If I had a spare, I could have put it on and continued, but I did not have one. The belt that I put on the car initially was the wrong belt, and I kept driving on it. And I don't know if it was old stock, old new stock, or what it was, but it was slowly shredding. It came way loose. I tried tightening at the last minute, but I still lost the belt. But the car's fine. I ended up pulling over at Dudley's Bakery, which was a convenience. Not a bad place to be stuck in, wait for the traffic. So anyway, the car performed well yesterday. So I'm looking forward to today. I did look it over one more time after the trip last night, and everything looked normal. I changed the oil recently. I changed the gearbox oil, which I haven't changed. When I got the car on the road, I only topped off the gearbox. I sort of assumed the junkyard drained the gearbox when they put it out on the lot, but they did not. It ended up having some in it because when I went to fill it, it didn't take as much as it should have. So a couple of weeks ago, I ended up just draining what was in it and refilled it with new stuff. And yeah, it was not happy oil that came out of there. There were no shavings, but it was just, like tar. Anyway, but so that's been serviced and we're all good. Just enjoying the ride. All right, I got gas. Ended up getting 10 gallons, which is $50. This thing takes 91. It pulls better at lower RPM. I'm sitting at McDonald's, redeeming my points. Ready right there, almost ready. Get my free stuff, my free sausage muffin with egg. That'll be part of lunch or breakfast. And then I'll make another stop just down the street at the at the Dunkin' Donuts and get my donut. And I could do a coffee, but I'm kind of coffeeed out at the moment. And I don't have a good cup holder in here, so there it is.
I don't want to mispronounce your name.
It's Ludek.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. All right, there we go. Off to the next stop. Parking brake. Come on, Armstrong steering. Alrighty, off to Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Alright, we got some food. So I got a apple fritter and a sourdough breakfast sandwich at Dunkin' Donuts. It's one of those you gotta spend $8 a month, and I didn't want a coffee, so I got me a sourdough sandwich. It's breakfast time, so it's breakfast, so I got that. We have a donut. We have a sausage McMuffin with egg. We have a McChicken. And we have a homemade sandwich. I think we have a lot of sandwiches, but it'll be fun. It'll save probably, $25, $30 on a restaurant, and it's gonna be good eating. Got lots of water. It's gonna be hot. I got about 1.5 gallons of water, plus the stuff in the trunk. So we got all the tool bags, got the lug nut tool, we got 1 gallon of water, 1 gallon of antifreeze, 5 quarts of oil, and the other toe strap, tool bag, brake fluid, spare set of hiking shoes in case I don't have to hike back in my sandals. And yeah, lots of oil. This thing uses as much oil as a 2-stroke, if not more. But hey, it runs good. I wish I could do a ring job and a valve job, which is not difficult for me. But the problem is the head gasket, lack of. The head gasket alone is I think I found one for around $250, and I don't know if it's the right one, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to pursue that anytime soon. But the car runs good. It can smoke all at once. It's behind me, not in front of me. Anyway, let's hit the road. Alrighty, I'm going to need 2 hands to pull out of this place, and I'll see you on the highway. Alright, rolling through Ramona. Ramona main drag's probably like 2 miles long, if that, the main part of it, but it's always jammed up, and it's hard to film, especially with this column shift. And it's aggravating to work this clutch in traffic. So I usually don't film through here. And there's not much to see but the back of cars, unless it's cruise night and there's a cool car in sight, but it's not cruise night. bit of country road driving. Got voltage, temp, oil pressure, RPM, about a 3/4 tank of gas. I think we're doing good. That's right. 4 round tires, shades. You know where this is headed. We're on a mission. All right, we're coming into Santa Isabel.
Quarter mile, turn left on the California 79 North.
Gonna make that left turn here. There's and there's the famous Dudleys. And no, we're not stopping
Take the second
today.
left on the California 79 North.
Blinker.
Continue on California 79 North for 11 miles.
Julian Pie Company. All right, and that away. I made it to the Borrego Springs overlook. We are doing good. Car's doing good. Definitely not hot up here. I gotta take a toilet plunger to these doors right here. I think I can get these out. Yeah, try that at some point. The plunger trick. All right, rolling down the grade in 3rd gear. Don't want to burn up these drum brakes. But something interesting is the temperature went up about 15 degrees within like 3 turns of this road. So we're down under that heat dome into the desert. I don't know what it is right now in Borrego, but I'll figure it out when we get there. I don't know if my watch is reporting it. It hasn't updated yet. It still says 72 degrees. That's probably, nope, it just updated. It's 90 degrees. That's probably 90 down in Borrego. See that road ahead. Lots of turns. going on. They're doing the weed whacking on the side of the road to keep things from catching on fire. That's probably not a fun job in the summertime. Hey, at least they brought a fire truck, or a water truck. They got a water truck with them, so in case they do start something on fire, they can put it out. It's good to know. They're prepared. Stopped at the Hellhole Canyon kiosk. Peaceful out here, totally peaceful. Anyway, it's time to roll. This is a fee area, self-registration. You could totally see how somebody feels about it. Yeah, I'm gonna move on into town. Check out this trailer hotel and thing. This is a pretty cool hotel. It's got a lot of unique rooms and things. And they also have they got trailer parking and RV parking under these solar panels, but they also have trailers for rent, like for a night. You get to stay in a Airstream, a modified Airstream. They obviously redid the inside, put air conditioning and all that stuff, but they're right here. It's pretty cool. I want to bring the wife here sometime. It'd be pretty romantic. They used to have these tent things here in the middle, but looks like they got rid of them. But there's all the trailers. They got their little decks and things, and these all have hookups if you got an RV. But it's pretty nifty. They got rid of them big tents, so maybe people weren't staying in the big tents. Anywho, I'll try to find my way out of here. This is just a parking lot here. Stagecoach. It is pretty cool. Check out the front entrance here. It's a pretty cool place. I'm surprised there isn't more cars here. Wonder what the prices are if they ain't got anybody here. All right, head on into town. Got the farmers market going on. I wonder if there's that loud DJ guy there. Hey, there's a big tennis ball. The big tennis ball. That's where I broke down the first time, part of it. That's when I went to tighten the belt. But that didn't work. All right, arrived at the Christmas Circle in Borrego Springs. Actually found a shady bench. There's not too many here. But I got lucky. I'm gonna take this Dunkin' Donuts sourdough sandwich. It's the morning snackish. It's 10 o'clock and there is no farmer's market today. Maybe it's a seasonal thing. Maybe it's too damn hot. See what the weather's reporting. All right, we're at 95 degrees for Borrego Springs. And it's 10:38 in the morning. Gonna enjoy this sandwich. Gonna go check out a park that I haven't seen before. It's behind the library, behind the sheriff's station, and then there's a like a community garden thing. I want to go see if anything changed there since the last time I was there. Cruise some desolate neighborhoods, maybe. I don't know if I'll visit any of the sculptures. Maybe go visit the scorpion and the grasshopper. It's the easiest to get to with the car. Definitely don't want to get stuck in the sand. Get working on this sandwich. Bacon. It's actually got 2 eggs. All right, had the sandwich. I'm gonna go check out a thrift shop down the street. I think it's open till 2. See if they got any interesting tools and stuff. Antique tools. It's usually what I look for. But yeah, the Christmas Circle is pretty dead today, which is nice. It's peaceful. Go round and round. There's a lot of streets here, and I think I gotta make a right over here. Down at the end of this street, it is closed. So the hours are incorrect. There's the red Ocotillo, eat, something like that. The Stand, Bargain Barn. Yep, I think this place is seasonal. I think it closes after April because it's too freaking hot. We'll go check out the little community garden. It's an art park. That's what it is. Roll in there. Community compost. Grab this one shady parking spot here. So help my air conditioning. I got it on blast today, if you can tell. I got all 4 windows rolled down and the 2 wing vents, so that makes it 6. The irrigation training shack. It's pretty nice. They even got a little T-Rex. Cactus. Desert landscaping. Lots of little cool gardens, trees. This place is pretty cool. You got a chicken coop over here with no chickens. Or petting zoo. Something. More compost. Pottery. Pottery. Got more gardens, boxed-in gardens. Keep the wabbits out. Actually looks nice. It's like more upkept since the last time I've been here. And I just love the smell of that. Like these little portable pots. I wonder if they're like disposable. Wonder how long they last before they biodegrade. zucchini. Prickly food. Worms. This is pretty cool. There's little fish in there. Anyway, you've seen the community garden. I gotta shut the camera off. It's like overheating. It's gonna die here. Anyway, I made it to the park. I'll take a bunch of stills because both my GoPro and my phone are like scorching hot. The phone gave me a warning, but the GoPro actually shut down. So you're gonna get some stills from here until I can figure out how to cool them cameras off. I don't have my fridge or a cold pack, so it just may be still pictures for the rest of the video. Got a little bit of a cool down on this thing. It's called Church Road. Time for that electric radiator fan. It's climbing a tiny bit, not a lot. Fountain. Even got a T-Rex in the front yard. got a double wide road here. Somebody was planning ahead. A lot of these places out here in the desert, they cut the road so wide expecting massive growth, like this would be the main drag with a huge island, but not the case. Got a Tesla baking out in the sun. Another sculpture over there. Caution, golf cart crossing. Guess that's a golf course in there. Not very green. Not very green at all. I see the sand traps. Trophy Way. Somebody actually built a track housing community out here, and it's populated. Off to the next neighborhood. I gotta let this thing cool off. I gotta actually pull the battery out and let the thing air out. It's super hot. All right, got a fresh, cool battery. Gonna hit the next neighborhood here. The Flying U Road. These guys got like brand new pavement. This stuff's better than my place. So there used to be a yard here with a bunch of Mercedeses, but I think it's been liquidated from what I saw on a street view. Yeah, it's empty. There's a boat. All the Benzes are gone. That lift truck's still there, but yeah. So this old car, that used to be a VW, and they changed it. It's an old Fleetwood. That thing used to be a VW bus, I think, or a Volkswagen. They swapped it out. But anyway, all the German cars are gone now. We got some sort of a statue thing and the back of it. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out one of the sculptures real quick. Get on the right road, and I think I know where it's at. But yeah, let me hit the road real quick. Back to the Christmas circle. it's down this road. I think. I better check the map. Yep, that was the right road. Get a lot of meadows. Yes, we are off-roading, technically. All right, we're at the Scorpion and the Grasshopper. There's those guys over there. They're the little farmers for the grapes. I'm gonna check over the car because from here on out I'm heading back up the hill. Kind of done exploring Borrego Springs. It is 12. Still says 97. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's probably about that. I don't think it's much over 100. Anyway, the Scorpion and the Grasshopper. Probably gonna have another snack and check over the car, make sure it ain't doing anything crazy under the hood, make sure I got that belt tight, and start up that grade. I'm probably gonna go back through a different route, not through Santa Isabel. I'll cut south into like Valley Center or something. Figure it out. Well, engine's still here. The belt is tight. Everything looks in order. It's toasty, but it looks in order. Let me fire it up real quick. Anyway, the car's doing good. Got that fan running. Take a quick selfie and be on my way. All right, ready to head back up the hill, up that grade. It's toasty. Anyway, this is where the temp is sitting. That's with the electric fan running. So you can tell there's that generator don't make enough voltage for everything at idle. You know, I'm running at about 950 RPM. get it up a little bit. It's trying. Comes up very, very slowly. But it is moving. Yep, it's toasty. Look at that, there's somebody else out here sightseeing, so I'm not the only. Oh, there's another car over there. I am not the only one that's crazy out here. Right, Christmas circle. Barley's. The taco shop. That's actually a really good taco shop there, just west of the Christmas circle. All right, time to start up that grade. All right, started up that grade. Still pulling in fourth gear at 1800 RPM. Still charging over 12 volts. Temp is coming up a tad, but not concerning yet. Come on, Betsy. We're down to 1500 RPM. You can do it. You can do it. Down to 1400 RPM. here we go, 1900 RPM. This thing's got some torque. Alright, 2000 RPM and it's still pulling. The temp is actually dropping now. Alright, the outside temperature is cool again. It's probably dropped at 15 degrees. So, gonna enjoy the rest of this climb, and I'll report back when something significant happens. In the town of Rincon. I don't know if it's an actual town, but it has it has a traffic circle, which is, you know, yeah, a traffic circle. Another one. Here in Southern California, there's not too many of them. I'm gonna need two hands to maneuver this thing. I'm gonna cut that guy off. Sorry, guy. Got no power brakes, no power steering. There we go. I think this is reservation land, Indian reservation. There's a casino up here. All American and Asian specialties buffet. Yes, that's got to be a casino. Entering private property. Rincon Band of Louisiana Indians. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but welcome to Funner, California. And in the middle of nowhere, you have a gigantic casino building. Be smart, win prizes. Hey, they got teepees over here. Look at that. TP Motel. And when you're on an Indian reservation, you know you gotta obey the speed laws, because they do like to write tickets, and you can't wiggle out of them. You should always obey the law, regardless of being on an Indian reservation. Gigantic casino. Gas station up here that I've stopped a few times to get a snack, but I got enough snacks today. Rincon Travel Plaza right there. This is the Valley View Casino. These guys got a decent buffet too. These guys got lobster night, but they don't allow minors, no kids. I got home. We are home. We are. Anyway, good trip. It was a good trip. The weather was much better once I got out of the desert. Anyway, not much to report. The rest of the trip was pretty uneventful. It was fun. Enjoyed the music, just listening to music and cruising. It's about 2:30. Just enough time for a shower and a nap before I pick up the kids and the weekend gets crazy. Anyway, that is about it. And once again, thanks for watching, and until next time.